But now you're gone, and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby,
Hello everyone, my name is Christina. Welcome to another family dinner episode. In today's video, this is a book review of Homicide Halo by Filipino-American author Mia P. Manansala. This is the second installment in her Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery series. So if you have read the first book, Arsenic and Adobo, we did shoot a family dinner episode on that one, and so I will leave that in the cards and the description down below. So before we jump into the discussion questions, I'm making halo halo. Halo halo means mix. It is a very popular dessert in the Philippines. It is endlessly customizable. I looked up so many recipes online and everybody uses different ingredients based on their preferences. The ingredients I'm using in my version of halo halo is saba bananas, mangoes, sweet purple yam, leche flan, mango beans, and then this one here, I don't even want to mess up the name, but it's spelled Kaong. It's a white translucent fruit, super sweet, and I think it's going to make a great addition to my version of halo halo. Now, believe it or not, I have never had halo halo. I've been to countless Filipino parties and I have never tasted this ever. I remember seeing it, but have no idea how this is supposed to taste. So I feel like the ingredients that I've chosen for my halo halo is, I don't know, just things that I feel like would taste good together. They aren't traditional ingredients. I also have shaved ice. I bought this specifically for this recipe, and then I have ube ice cream in the freezer. Most of the ingredients I've chosen to include in my version of halo halo can be found in a can. Or if you'd like fresher ingredients, you can buy it fresh and cook it stovetop with sugar and water to turn it into a sweet compound. For instance, I'm prepping my saba bananas by peeling and chopping them up. Of course, you can cut them however you'd like, but I prefer them small to match the other ingredients. To make your fresh ingredient into a syrup, you're going to take 2 cups of water and combine it with 155 grams of sugar in a saucepan and bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, turn it down and let it simmer for 20 minutes. Afterward, you'll want to remove it from heat and let it cool for 2 hours in the fridge. As I said, this is super easy to do. I even took my mangoes and turned them into a syrup. So this is what it's looking like.
How much bananas?
You still need to add a little bit more ice and ice cream and then the condensed milk.
At first I thought this was Parmesan cheese. I was like, why does she have Parmesan cheese just sitting out?
Here is the popular halo halo. So the reason I wanted to keep it in a tall glass is because you just get to see all of the beautiful layers. It's really colorful, and I mean, let's just dive right in because
Let's do it.
because I don't know how it's gonna taste if you guys are gonna actually like it.
Okay, I think I'm ready for my bite.
Okay, me too.
Okay. That's good. That's really, really good.
It's
It's
so
like
cold.
it's halo halo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
See,
Did you know?
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't
Because
know.
the rule is like, or the goal is to get Alyssa's approval because you've had it before.
Wait, you've never had a halo?
No.
I think I only had it one other time. And that was years ago. That's why I'm like, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but it's good.
No, this is
That's why I
good.
really didn't know when I was looking at all of the ingredients. I'm like, I don't know what's supposed to be in this dish. But wow, like all of the flavors.
Are really good together. Especially when you mash up that the purple yam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, I might
Good
just
job.
eat this entire thing to myself. Not give any to David. Homicide in Halo Halo is a little bit different than Arsenic and Adobo. It takes place 6 months after Arsenic and Adobo. It's like a couple months, 6 months. There's been some time, like they're starting their new restaurant. And then she gets thrown into judging a pageant.
Yeah.
And then there's a murder! Shocker! Someone is murdered. If you've read book number 1, Arsenic and Adobo, you know that it's just a little bit of web sleuthing. So amateur detective work, trying to figure out who the killer is. So let's start off with question number 1. Since this is part 2, and you guys already know, I mean, you guys watch plenty of movies, but usually the sequel gets a pretty bad rep. Like, it's usually not written well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not executed the way that book number 1 or the movie number 1 was.
Yeah.
So this is super simple question, but did you like the book or just didn't like it at all?
I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how it was like Lila was still a main character, but she wasn't like the main suspect
Yeah.
Yeah.
anymore. So
Yeah.
now she was doing like her own like detective work.
Yeah.
You didn't accuse her.
Right.
In the first book. I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I think in the beginning, because this book has an overall different tone,
Yeah.
I almost feel like, wait, this is completely different. Book number 1 was so funny, it was comical, like, but this one was like,
Yeah.
this is a little bit, and she does say it in the beginning of the book. She
Yeah.
wrote this during quarantine.
Yeah.
So I can understand maybe why she went into a darker place.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah.
is a more darker tone.
Yeah.
Right.
So in the beginning, I wasn't crazy about it. Like, the first book I listened in
Yeah.
like maybe less than 5 days.
Wow. Yeah.
But then this one, I was like,
Okay, so you were kind of.
I kind of like,
It was a slow build up.
Yeah.
It
It
was,
was.
yeah.
but then like by the middle of it, or at least by the murder,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, wait, this is
I was
getting
like, okay,
interesting.
yeah, now I gotta listen more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I need to know what happens.
My theme for this book is A Mother's Love is Complicated. Do you agree with this sentiment?
A mother's love is complicated. I feel like.
I feel like a Filipino's mom's love
Yeah,
is complicated.
yeah.
But it comes from
For
a
sure.
good place.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
we talked about this in the last video, that the lack of affection, it's
like
also
tough
the,
love.
yeah,
It
it's
is,
tough
yeah.
love.
Tough love.
And the sometimes like nagging.
I was gonna say
like
that, nag.
constantly telling you
Yeah.
what to
To
do,
do, uh-huh.
you know, how to
How to do it.
Yeah.
Or you're doing it wrong.
That-
and
You're
you
doing it
fix
wrong.
I try to
Yeah.
look at it like, okay, I know she's only doing this because she cares.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the fact that it irritates me.
Yeah,
Right.
You
And
can't help. but
I'm
you
sure
feel
it's not
irritated.
only with the Filipino culture.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot of parents who are immigrants.
Immigrants, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like with my girls, I won't know until they're older. Because like
Right.
right now, I'm like, oh, they're all little.
Just let them.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll be curious what they're like when they get older. Like if they feel like that towards me, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm like, I'm the mom. So.
Well, I think it's different with you because you're the disciplinary in the family.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You and Tyler, you're the
I
disciplinary.
know.
She
A lot of people
has
are like,
to.
what? Yeah,
She
yeah.
has to. She's
Yeah.
with the kids all day.
Oh,
so
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
You
you have to
yeah.
because
Yeah.
you can't just like them be bad and then when he finally comes home
Yeah.
that he's like yelling at the kids
Yeah.
for something that they did hours ago.
Yeah, and like he just walked through the door.
Yeah.
So it is me. Like a lot of people are like, what? Like that
Yeah.
reaction. I'm like,
But I don't
me.
think
It's me.
the
No, I
thing
don't
is
think it's
you
bad. I
show
feel
the
like-
kids affection.
Yeah,
you
I
tell
do.
them how proud
Yeah.
of them you are.
And that I love them. Like I'll give them like
Yeah.
Like affirmations.
Yes, I'll
yeah.
give them hugs and things that.
It's
hug her.
crazy. Like growing up, my mom wasn't affectionate, but now she's like, I'm like,
Really?
yeah. So now I'm just like, why are
Yeah,
you
you're like,
so
"Get off me."
needy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lila changing her hairstyle is small yet highly symbolic. It speaks to her relationship with her mother and colonial beauty standards. What are your thoughts on this? I think I relate to this, like the act of cutting your hair because you're going against your parents. Remember?
Yeah.
This was before I met you, but I had a pixie haircut.
I remember. I see pictures.
Yeah, my mom
Was so mad. I
was
bet.
so mad.
She hated it.
Hated it. Remember, anytime we were in public, she'd be like, "You look like a boy. Oh my gosh, you look like a boy."
And then people would give her compliments, like
And your
in front
mom-
of my mom. She would be like, "Ugh." Like I didn't
She'd
hear
be like,
it.
yeah, she's like, she would tell the person, "Don't tell her that."
Yeah,
She would say
she'd be like, they didn't mean that. And I'm like, which is so mean.
which is
but
so
they
weird
did
because
love it.
why would they come up to me and tell
Go
me
out of
that?
their way.
In high school, I did that. I followed my parents' rules.
Yeah.
I didn't get in trouble. Like I was a goody good two shoes. I did well in school, and I didn't really get those high school experiences.
Yeah.
So after high school, I remember thinking, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why did I
Right.
follow the rules? Why did I follow the rules? Because I had no fun. So after high school, when I moved
That
out,
was like
I
your
was
rebel
like
phase.
my rebel phase,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
that's why I try to warn like any of my friends who are parents now if they sound too strict. You know, like don't be too strict on your kids.
strict, yeah.
Kids, you have to let them live their life.
Yeah.
Right.
Because every
feel like
choice that I've made after high school, it's always been for me,
Yeah.
not because of my parents.
Yeah.
Me doing that to myself, like cutting
Yeah.
all my hair off and essentially having like a boy haircut, that was my way of telling my parents, like, I'm not gonna follow your rules.
Right, like I'm in control of
Yes,
my.
you guys can, but I'm not gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
I'm going against everything that you believe. You know how Filipinos are. They love the long, beautiful
Yeah,
hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You really did pull it off good. I know you wouldn't do that now. Like you wouldn't cut it off like that now.
Yeah, because I'm scared it wouldn't grow.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're
People
all
always
getting
say that.
older.
They're like,
Yeah.
if you cut all your hair off, like as you get older, it won't
It's not
grow
gonna
anymore.
grow.
Yeah. You did it at a good age, I feel like.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
Have you ever been involved in a beauty pageant?
No.
Oh yeah, no.
Which is so funny because I think it may be popular in the Filipino
Yeah.
culture,
It is.
but I had no idea. I
don't-
did not know that beauty pageants was a big deal.
I just remember, like, you know how she talks about the watch parties for like Miss Universe and like Miss Philippines and stuff?
Yeah.
Like my mom and like our family was like really into that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I know
You
about
know,
it. Yeah.
So I don't think our mom talked about it much. Or we didn't really see it on TV much.
Yeah.
Either. So I've never been involved in a beauty pageant either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Sophia, I put Sophia in it when she was like 18 months.
18
Yeah,
months.
when
Oh.
we did Wyoming.
She did her first pageant.
She got like runner up, and then the girl who won the number one, she ended up pulling out. So then Sophia like bumped up. Yeah, so we went to Minnesota, I think.
If you had to perform a talent for a beauty pageant, what would it be though?
I don't know. I don't know what
I know.
What?
I can come up with a really badass bullet journal.
I was gonna say something like you would let me bust out my
Like a
Let me show my
presentation.
markers.
Let me show
Right?
you.
Okay, I got my Cricut here.
I don't know what I would do.
I would honestly
maybe-
just play the piano probably.
Oh.
Because that's like,
Yeah. You did
Yeah.
when you played the piano when you were younger.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's like a talent I can actually
Yeah,
perform.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what I could perform that would be.
Yours is
good.
probably like changing diapers with your eyes closed.
You could like cook something, like bake or
Bake
something.
something,
Yeah,
maybe.
bake something.
I swear, changing diapers with your eyes closed, you could probably just do that in your
Yeah.
Yeah,
sleep.
you're probably right.
Why do you think Lila is hesitant to open the cafe?
Oh, she mentioned how like she went into the business as a partnership rather than independently. So maybe
yeah.
in some parts she feel like she like failed
Yeah, I
because she
remember her
couldn't do it
saying-
on her own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember that
I do
part?
remember that.
Okay.
It was like towards the end.
Yeah,
I remember hearing. I
okay,
remember
yeah.
reading that or hearing it.
So maybe that's why 'cause she's like, I'm opening it up with someone else,
Yeah.
not me. So is it really like
Yeah.
a accomplishment or something like that? Maybe.
No, that's a really good answer.
Lila and Bernadette's relationship is quite combative, yet they have a mutual understanding and love for each other. Is there someone you have a similar relationship with? But I don't think so.
I'm just like waiting to hear what you
We're
guys
like,
have
we
to
just looked at
say.
each other like, okay, what should we?
What, growing up how I did, because I was the only child,
Oh, yeah.
and like all my best friends are from like Filipino
Yeah.
other families.
Yeah.
So like my mom was always like, oh, like Marielle's doing this.
Oh.
Why aren't you
Comparing,
doing this?
yeah.
Yeah.
Missy's done this.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
have you done? And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I really don't care.
My mom
Yeah,
did
yeah.
this. My mom did the
She
same
did.
thing too.
And she
Yeah.
even did it like amongst us.
The
too.
sisters,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is like, you shouldn't do that even with
Right.
a sibling, like
Yeah.
your brothers, sisters, whatever. 'Cause it's like, it just is toxic. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah, because
healthy.
it ruins the relationship between the sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Or
they'll
the
start wanting to
siblings.
compete.
I remember recognizing that as a young kid, like that's toxic.
I was gonna
Like
say
I
toxic.
hate,
Yeah,
I hate the
Yes.
competitiveness. I've come to a place in my life where I don't have people like that in my life.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
me and Missy growing up actually like butted heads.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I was more like the I don't know, the bossy one. And then she was a little bit more passive than me, but she still didn't like let me boss her around. So like we were always butting heads.
Yeah.
And like sometimes like my mom would be like, "Oh, Missy did this." And I'm like, well, now I got to try and do it too.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
but we outgrew it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously.
it's just
That's
how
good.
sisters
Yeah, yeah.
are. Like
Yeah.
you butt heads
Yeah.
in the
When
beginning,
you're
like when you're
younger,
younger,
yeah.
and then as you get older, you're like,
I
oh,
love
that's
you.
so
Yeah,
silly.
yeah.
yeah.
For sure. Why do you think it took so long to accept help regarding her mental health issues? Did you find this frustrating, realistic, or both?
I think super realistic.
Realistic.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Very realistic.
Because
Super
that happens to a
realistic.
lot
Because-
of people. And
It's not even, this isn't even within the culture,
Yeah.
but people don't recognize that they have trauma or PTSD.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why am I stressed out? Why am I angry right
Right.
now?
Yeah.
They just like continue living as if like that doesn't affect like their emotions and their actions and everything.
Yeah. Pretty
I actually have a
realistic.
really funny story about that. I didn't realize until I was dating David that when we're going out to eat and David's like, oh, you should try my food, and tries to give me a bite of his food, he puts it on my plate. It
drives you crazy.
It drives me fucking
Really?
crazy.
Oh
It
my
annoys
God.
the shit out of me.
That's so funny.
But you know why? Like I
Why?
realized
Did your mom do it
the
too?
feeding.
it's the feeding.
feeding.
So
Your guys'
yeah, yes. So this is what it is. I was like, why do I get so irritated when David does that? Like I get, and I'll be like, I remember in the beginning, I like barked at him like, wait, I don't want your food. Like if I wanted the food, then I would have ordered it myself.
He's like, what is wrong
He's
with
like,
you?
what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh,
And then I told him later, I said,
Yeah.
growing up,
Yeah.
because we were so like skinny,
Yeah.
my mom was always worried about us not eating enough food.
Yeah.
She's
So
like, "Here."
Yeah,
we would overeat.
We
would.
Like
Yeah.
I'm surprised we weren't kids that were overweight because
Yeah.
we ate so much.
We did.
Like I never finished my food because it was a plate. I wish I could get a home video of this because I'm pretty sure it's
get
on
a clip.
record, on video of this happening where my mom's like recording
Us
us
talking.
dinner time and there's a plate of food and a mountain of rice.
And we were like,
Wait, is
young.
that
You were
story
young.
of like
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to finish the rice?
And then she would eat my food.
Right.
Oh
I
yeah,
told
so
you that
yeah,
story.
there's that story
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were kids. I would have to eat my food, and then I would feel so bad for Brittany
'Cause
because
she
she'd be
can't.
in last place. I would put Brittany's food on my plate and just be stuck there, not just able to eat it all.
I would be eating all of it. I
Aw,
would wait with you, right?
that's so nice.
No, you guys probably went off the plate.
You're stuck underneath the fucking
But I know what you mean. Like,
that
you
to
don't,
me is like a form of PTSD.
Yeah.
Feel like, oh my god, I didn't eat all my food, or
Yeah.
you know, like that's kind of what I went through. That was like
Yeah.
the
That's actually
random,
a really funny story.
random
Yeah.
funny story.
Yeah, that is funny.
But it was like out of, like with good intention. She didn't have, you know, the best childhood. Like her family didn't have a lot of money, so she was
Right.
always worried that we were hungry. She's
Yeah.
like, you don't
Right.
understand hunger.
Yeah.
Like
Like
the way
how
I
they-
have.
Yes.
yeah.
She's like, and I want to make sure that you guys are always fed. So I understand.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, she comes
like
from a
I
good
feel
place,
so
yeah.
bad that you like had to go through that, but it's like it's crazy how it can turn
It was
into
just like
something.
overboard
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
And it's funny because like now she does it with my kids.
You're-
Like, she'll follow them around. I'm like, I don't got time for that. You don't want to eat whatever. And she's like following around, chasing them. And I'm like, here, eat this. I'm like, are you gonna eat or not? No. Okay, well then you're
You're not eating dessert.
Yeah. So she does it now. So it's just something that she does.
Lila decided to embrace the single life. What should she do about Jay?
Wait, Jay is the not.
That's the dentist.
The dentist.
Yeah, the dentist.
I know, because Jay's actually
like
been
Jay.
nice
Yeah.
throughout the
Yeah.
entire book.
Yeah.
Throughout the series, but I do like the fact that Lila is staying single.
Single.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we said that in the last one. Like she should embrace the single life.
Yeah.
Which she was.
Which she
still
did.
I mean,
single.
I don't know, maybe.
It was 6 months.
So the third book is called what?
Blackmail and
Bibinka.
Bibinka.
Blackmail and Babinka. So who knows? By book
Blackmailing.
3,
Yeah.
Lila,
Maybe she will
Lila
have.
and Jay might finally be
get
together.
Oh, that would be a perfect
It would be. I think
ending.
they would be a good
I mean, she
couple.
deserves to be happy.
Book 3,
Blackmail.
Blackmail and
Bibinka.